We're going to end this right now. Hold this for a second, please.
I'm sorry, I think they will look super goofy, but they'll fit. I'm going to tell you about this motorcycle as I ride this motorcycle, but we're going to enjoy the ride. We're going to enjoy the scenery. A lot of us are stuck in the house with the cold weather, you know, snow, ice. So allow me to give you a little bit of wind therapy. If you're counting how many times I said that, the word beautiful, it has to be over 50, 60 times so far. Touring bikes are made for touring. Riding these bikes, seeing stuff like this, yes, it could be seen from a car, yes, it could be seen from a convertible car, but there's nothing, absolutely nothing like seeing this on a motorcycle.
It is a beautiful day today, and I'm here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Look at the mountains. It's just absolutely beautiful here. Now, out of all these bikes, I went down here, past all the road glides, and went to this one. The reason why I chose this right here, this is the bike that you would get. This is the base model bike with the base model color. Harley, now Vivid Black, is an upcharge. This is the base color right here that you get.
This would be the bike that probably most people are going to buy. This would be the bike that people are going to take and customize and make it their own. So I'm going to talk about this bike, and we're going to see something awesome. You're going to go with me. There's a few people here that you might know. Law-abiding biker right there.
Tell me your name, what you do?
I'm Case. I work for a company called TFL.
What'd you pick today, road glide or street glide?
Well, I'm on the street glide because we were on road glides all day yesterday, so I figured I'd change it up a bit.
I'm Patrick with Chase on Two Wheels. I do a little bit of everything, and I'm on the road glide this morning.
Matt Laidlaw, and I talk about Harley-Davidsons on YouTube, and I sell Harley-Davidsons.
Now, hold on, just one second.
We're going to end this right now. Hold this for a second, please. Back to back.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, Matt's got you.
No, he's on his toes. I can feel it. Hold on. He's pushing against me. Wait a minute, he's pushing against me.
No, you're pushing against me,
No,
man. What are you
he's
talking about, man?
I got him.
No, Matt's got you.
No,
like
Matt's got you.
a half inch.
Matt's got me.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, no, look.
What's up?
Guys, look.
You ain't
Traveling almost
You ain't no
tall.
6'6".
Here's the thing.
You ain't no 6'6", man.
Traveling short.
Here's
That's a big 6'6".
Look, let me tell you something. When you go from the East Coast to the West Coast, you shrink a little bit. That's what it is. We're going to let him have that.
We still stick together. Tall guys stick together.
And we are street glide riders.
That's right.
Yeah, street glide riders.
For life.
That's right, for life.
Except for maybe the CBO road glide, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we ain't going to talk about that.
Mike, riding in the Ozarks, and I ride motorcycles. I picked what the bike I'm most likely to upgrade to this year, Street Glide in Burst Blue.
Marvel Kid 87, and I ride Harley-Davidsons. Sharkskin Blue, street glide.
My name is Howard, Headshot Rides,
Why'd you pick this bike?
because this is probably the one that I'm going to replace my 2020 Road Glide Special with.
As you heard it here first.
Yeah, I'll find out today for sure.
Hi guys, I'm Tiffany Renee. You can find me over at Tiffany Renee YouTube. You know, my channel is strictly about traveling, motorcycling, which I do installs, reviews, you know, not a whole lot of reviews, but on products mainly. And I do lifestyle videos, so come and check me out, because I'm over there having a good old time. I picked a road glide because I own a road glide. That's where my heart is. I might venture over to a street glide today just to get a perspective on both.
My name's Robert, I do this. Yeah, my name's Robert Simmons. The name of my YouTube channel is Be The Boy See Your Motorcycle. And on this channel, I just want to make the motorcycle riding community more comfortable when they slow down. 1 to 10 miles per hour, that's what we focus on. Learning how to actually ride your motorcycle, regardless of what kind of motorcycle it is, with positivity, no arrogance, no judgment. And that's very important, because a lot of people might feel apprehensive to ride their motorcycle, or to learn how to ride it properly because they kind of feel a little embarrassment. No need here. I picked this bike because they wouldn't give me an STCV up.
My name is John. YouTube channel is Cycle Fanatics, and we're on the Sharkskin Road Glide today. Primarily on the channel is my 22 Road Glide Performance Bagger. We do destination rides, reviews, build videos on my bike and other bikes, and that's about it.
If you missed the first one, do not miss the second one. Traveling Tall's Ride In Bagger Show at Daytona Beach. Sponsored by Harley-Davidson, Friday, March 8th, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Stop by the Harley-Davidson tent located on Mary McLeod Boulevard, near Bethune-Cookman College, in the heart of Daytona Beach. Come on by, it's free to enter. And if you enjoy great looking bikes, good food, good music, good people, make sure you stop by. Hope to see you there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Keep gliding, and as always, have a blessed day. Okay, guys, we're off. Look at this beautiful view out here. I'm on the Street Glide, headed to the Ring of Fire in Nevada. Look how beautiful this is. My God. Thank you, Lord. It is the end of January. The temperature, just to set the scene a little bit, is 9:54 in the daytime, 9:54 a.m. And the temperature on this Harley, I don't see where it says temperature yet. I'll have to fool with all this to see. I like this touchscreen navigation system. I didn't know how I would feel about it, but I really like the way it looks. Oh, we're about to go into the national park now, so we're going to all get through the gate. And as we get through the gate, then when the road gets, it's hard to say scenic because it's already absolutely beautiful, but when we get in the heart of the ride, that's when I'm going to start the camera again. All right, guys. Lake Mead National Recreation. I just got on the other side of the gate, and it's just so beautiful. Over in the distance, you can see that there's snow on the top of the mountain. Look at this out here, man. This is so awesome. $50 miles per hour on this road. Yes. I'll say this, and I'm going to do like a full review on this thing, but let's talk about it as I'm riding it. Some of the things that I noticed. I noticed, you know, the gauges are different. They're usually, you have on the Street Glide, you got the gauges up here and you got the navigation below it. This does not bother me one bit, having the gauges the way they are like this. I'm already used to it. When you first see something, you see it on your computer, or you might go to your local Harley-Davidson dealership to look at it. It's kind of strange, and you know, I'm a person, I don't like change. I like to keep the same thing, you know, just a little bit of subtle changes, small bits of technology added. But looking at this new Street Glide, the way that they have, oh, that's a nice looking truck right there. Looking at this new Street Glide, the way that they have this bike laid out. Oh yeah, we're going around some curves, let's go. The way that they have this motorcycle laid out, it's something really familiar about it. It looks different than my Street Glide, but it feels very familiar. The fairing is different, the tank is different, the bags are different. But as soon as I got on this bike, I instantly connected with it. It's like I feel like I'm at home on this bike. And every time I used to say that I would buy the Road Glide, but after being on the Street Glide, and I literally just been on this thing about 4 miles now, it feels good. It feels really good. And I might reconsider. If I get a new Harley-Davidson, it might be the new Street Glide. And I'm loving this huge tray right here. Look at this thing right here. That is so convenient. Put your phone, put your wallet, put whatever you need. Just like when we went through the park and you had to pay you can just get your credit card, pull it out right there. Before, you had that cubby hole on the right side and nothing on the left side on the Street Glide, so there wasn't a lot of storage. And then when I got a Samsung phone that was a lot bigger than a normal phone, it wouldn't even fit in that thing. I would have to leave it hanging out a little bit, risking my phone of falling out. But now, having this tray, I like that a lot. Even though the Road Glide has 2 pockets on each side, this tray is by far my favorite storage on the Harleys so far. I was going to make a video. My target was to make like a 12-minute video talking about the bikes. I see now the ride is so good, I will not be able to make this into a 12-minute video. I don't know what I was thinking. But when you look at the scenery, my God, it is so beautiful out here. And it's a great day to be riding this bike. So I'm going to, bear with me, if you guys can just bear with me, I'm going to tell you about this motorcycle as I ride this motorcycle. But we're going to enjoy the ride. We're going to enjoy this scenery. A lot of us are stuck in the house with the cold weather, you know, snow, ice. So allow me to give you a little bit of wind therapy. And that's what I'm getting today. Looking at this scenery. So I have it in ride mode right now. Just regular ride mode. There's a rain mode and there's a sport mode. Unlike the CVO I rode yesterday, the CVO I rode yesterday, the Road Glide CVO ST, had a sport mode and a track mode. Well, this thing is a 117. That was a 121. And the new, let me explain something to you. So the new CVO in 2023 came out. Harley-Davidson came out with their new CVO in 2023, Road Glide and Street Glide. And it had a 121 with variable valve timing. The new Road Glide CVO ST, and it's only in a Road Glide, you can't get it in the Street Glide, has a 121 without variable valve timing. It's a 121 high output, making around 140 foot-pounds of torque and like I think 130 horsepower. It is a fun bike to ride on the track. This bike has the same displacement as last year's 117, but there's some changes to this bike. So what I want to know, someone who comes from tuning bikes and, you know, riding performance baggers like my bike, I got a 128 Street Glide and a 124 Road Glide and a 95 Zippers Performance Cubic Inch, or Zippers Performance Road King. I want to know, my thought was, if I get the new Harley-Davidson standards, I could take it and bump it up to a 131, a 135, you know, put another Zippers kit on it. Well, as of now, as I'm riding this bike right now, this 117 is not like the previous model 117. There are some changes to it, so you can't, even in Harley, you can't get the 131 yet, or the 135 on this bike yet, as of now. Now, you know, Harley knows that we love customizing our bikes, and some people choose to do it with Harley, some people choose to do it aftermarket, and that's the main reason why I was interested in these bikes, because when I get one, I like to start at the base model, and this is the base model. Start at the base model and make it into the bike that I want. Make it my own. Add my own little touch, my little flavor to it. Now, this bike is gray. My bike, if I had the new Street Glide, it would be a black bike. And now black is an upcharged color, but I gotta have a black bike. I gotta have a black bike. I got a blue bike in the garage, but I got that from my uncle. I have to have a black bike. I just think this bike would be so good looking and black. So I can't wait. I said all that to say this. I can't wait until the performance parts are available for this bike, because I like the new body style. It's really grown on me. It was, like I said, it was introduced with the 23, and now it's a 24, but with a different motor. Look at this view. Beautiful. You know, it amazes me that somebody came out here and said, hey, let's build a town. Las Vegas is literally in the middle of the desert. It's just 20 miles that way. And somebody said, let's build a town. And from that town, you have millions of people. That's insane. In the middle of the desert. And where the grass is so green. I live in Tennessee, and my grass ain't that green. And we're in the middle of the desert. That's something. Man, look at this ride. This road is beautiful. Everything about this is amazing.
Guys, it's one of the best rides I've been on. This is absolutely beautiful. And I've been to some awesome places. I need to put this one on the list. I gotta bring my family out here. Sometimes I feel guilty because I'm out here without my wife and my family. They would love this. I gotta get back out here. I gotta get back out here on my bike. There's nothing like riding it on your own motorcycle, but that bike rides really good. It's very smooth. Redstone picnic area. I hear some motorcycles coming up this way. So the 117 has not disappointed. It feels really good. It does. Very smooth. Has good power. And you know, now has liquid cool heads, so it's not, you don't have to worry about it overheating or anything like that. Everything's nice with it. I like it so far. Break time. Time for some water and some chips.
Okay guys, so we're back at it again. Now, I have this Street Glide in highway mode. It's time to put this thing in sport mode. Sorry, my camera keeps falling down. What's going on here? Let's get this up here where it belongs. The turn signals, I'm glad that they kept them just like they supposed to be on the Harley. On the Pan America, I can understand that's a different type of bike, so the turn signals are different on that Pan America, but I'm glad that they kept it this way, with the right turn signal being on the right side, the left turn signal being on the left side. You have your controls that are a little bit different, well, not a little bit different, a lot different, and you have your ride modes. So, looks like we're getting into some twisties. Let's change this thing over to sport mode. At the press of the button, and my GoPro's in the way, you can't really see, but it's in highway mode. But at the press of a button with your thumb, right there, you can tell the difference. The sound, it sounds different, and the throttle response, and that's in 6th gear. The throttle response is a lot more responsive. You do this, you see the bike surging forward, right? And the exhaust note sounds way better in sport mode. Now, I would ride it in sport mode 100% because I want all the power. Well, I'm not going to say 100%, 95%. Let's say if I'm riding and get caught in the rain, the other 5%. It would never see highway mode. Maybe it would see highway mode if I'm just out cruising on, like going through Nebraska, 90 miles per hour, and I'm trying to get the best fuel economy that I can. I'm sure highway mode is going to do that. But if I'm in Tennessee on the hills, I'm in sport mode because I want all the power. I'm not trying to hold any of it back. And I like the way this throttle responds, and I love the way it sounds in sport mode out of the stock exhaust bike. The whole note changed. Look, there's some bikes coming this way. What do we have here? Police. That's pretty cool. It was all on Harleys. So if you look at his, I don't know if you can see his exhaust all that well on his bike from the GoPro camera, but they look very similar to last year's exhaust on the regular 117 and 114s and 107s. But the exhaust note really changes when you hit sport mode, and the throttle is a lot more responsive. So that's what I'm into. I'm into sport mode. And I think most of the riders would probably ride it in sport mode. All right, guys, so we just entered into the Valley of Fire State Park. If you look at all these red rocks over there, I assume that's where we're going to. It's so beautiful out here. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. It's so different than anything on the East Coast. I've talked to a few people that lives out here, and they was like, well, there's nothing out here. It's kind of barren and nothing to look at. And I told them that's kind of why I like it. I like how open and how open and beautiful it is. I think when you live in a place, you don't appreciate the beauty of it. I still like where I live in the Great Smoky Mountains, so I don't understand how they can't see how beautiful this is just because you live here, you know. But it is. And riding this bike on this road is perfect. This Street Glide, the handlebars are lower than they are on the Road Glide, but loose gravel on the road. The Street Glide handlebars are lower than they are on the Road Glide, but it's not bothering me. I don't have any shoulder discomfort, you know what I mean? Now, I haven't been riding a long time, but yeah, I don't have any discomfort. Now, if I'm riding probably 300, 400 miles, yeah, I could see there'd probably be a little something, but just around town, I'm good. On this ride today, I think we're going to do 100 and something miles. I'm good. If it was mine, they'd be here. They would be about right here, where I can stay below the fan. Keep my hands out of the wind, my hands out of the rocks, you know, from kicking up off the road. That would be the plan. I was told to be ready. He said this point right here is the most beautiful point. After I go over this hill, I'm expected to see something spectacular, and he was not lying. Oh my God, look at this. Matt, you described this perfectly. Look at this. The rocks are red. It's like we're in a little crater or something. Big camper in front of me. I don't blame him. I'd like to have my RV out here too. I'd find somewhere to stay and enjoy this. Could you imagine seeing this at nighttime? He's pulling over for us. Thank you. I'm gonna hit my horn too. There it is. Thank you. You see how much I blow the horn on my bike. Oh, that was a bump. I had to look and see where the horn was, not because it's in a different place, it's because I never hit the horn. Oh, speaking of a bump, the suspension is a lot nicer on this one too. They changed the suspension. on all the bikes. But if you really want to take it up to the next level, they have Screaming Eagle O-Lanes that you can put front and rear cartridges. Cartridges in the front, O-Lanes with piggyback reservoirs in the back. And that will change. If this was my bike, yeah, I'm changing out the front and rear. But I rode a Harley across country completely stock. And people that say, see, man, I'm sorry, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. In a camper van out there, that is just, that's living life. But back to what I was saying. People that say, oh, you can't ride a stock Harley, or you have to do all this stuff and change it to make it rideable. Man, I don't know. Are you really riding? I'm curious. Are you really riding a motorcycle if you're saying you can't ride a stock Harley-Davidson on the road and you complain about that? I rode my 2019 across country in stock form, and I didn't complain one time about the suspension. I got the upgraded suspension because it's nicer. It sticks to, you know, it like far as like going faster or whatever, I can hug the road better. And yes, it is a plusher ride, but the stock one was fine. But if you want to upgrade the better, there is better, and I chose O-Lanes. And now Harley has partnered with O-Lanes, so you can get the O-Lanes for this bike, front and rear. Makes you wonder how all those little holes got in those rocks up there. This is probably the next vacation for me and my wife. I have to bring her out here. She has to see this. I have to be out here with her on the back of the motorcycle. Guys, and if you're new to the channel, you may not have seen the latest videos where me and my wife went from Knoxville, Tennessee, where we live, all the way to Seattle, Washington. Well, went into California, rode Big Sur, and then went all the way to Seattle, Washington on a 2023 Harley-Davidson Road Glide. And I called that series Road Glide in America. Now, should I do a 2024 Street Glide and call it Street Glide in America? And, you know, I've been to California, maybe head up to, I don't know. I still like to go back west again. I love traveling west. So I'm sure I would end up on the west coast, even if I went north and cut all the way across and went that way, all the way at the top. Maybe even crossing over to Canada and going down to California, going through Banff and all that on the way. Open sunset to sunset. It's beautiful, man. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful out here. If you're counting how many times I said that, the word beautiful, it has to be over 50, 60 times so far. That's nice. What is that? Something like that is perfect. You know, I got my truck and I got my camper, but having it all together like a little camper van would be perfect. Hey guys, and the good thing about these new bikes here, they have liquid cooled heads. So back in the day, if you had a bike with liquid cooled heads, you had to have lowers, which I like the way lowers look on bikes, but I like them without lowers too. Thank you. This doesn't have lowers, so it still has a really cool look, which I like the look of lowers too, but it has liquid cooled heads, and that helps keep your bike temperature down, especially when you're riding slower. Think of if you guys been to Daytona before, sometimes you're in stop and go traffic and those older Harleys used to heat up. This will help with that.
All right, guys, so we stopped here for a lunch stop.
Does it get any better than this? This is so amazing. Look at this. This is the perfect lunch spot. What do you think, Katie? You like it?
I do.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here.
It is.
Every time I'm out having fun, I was in Milwaukee, I was in New Mexico, and now I'm here. She's always where the fun stuff is. So she has a fantastic company. They do a very good job. What do you?
Move transportation. Any transportation needs. Anywhere from a black sedan to a motor coach.
And she does it well.
How y'all doing today?
Good. How are you?
What's your name?
Brennan.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your
too.
name?
I'm Christy.
Nice. Did y'all fix this today for
We
us?
sure did.
All right. So what do we have here? What are you staring up there?
Chicken wild rice soup.
And some sandwiches.
Sandwiches, some dip.
today.
No pizza.
Pasta salad.
Where's this business from? Like here?
We're based out of Las Vegas.
So y'all go anywhere? Just like right out here?
We sure do.
We go to the fun places.
Well,
I volunteer for this.
You guys, y'all check out Traveling Tall on YouTube. That's a YouTube channel.
Traveling tall.
Traveling Tall. Easy to remember, right?
Awesome, yes.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Not the
There we go. A little pop and burble from that exhaust. Sounds good. It really does, guys. Now at idle, no, it don't sound like aftermarket exhaust or performance exhaust, but under a load, just riding, has a good sound to it. I think the next stop we're going to be taking some photos. That's the plan. So we'll see. Look at this. We're in it again. That's the best thing about motorcycles. You get out there, like yesterday, we were in the van and we were going around town and you could see some stuff. But there's nothing like being on a motorcycle where you're just submerged in it. You know what I mean? You can feel the air, and the air feels fantastic. You can see the rocks around. Look, like every scene of this is picture perfect. That's what riding motorcycles is about. I always say touring bikes because touring bikes are made for touring. I know I do performance stuff. I know Harley makes performance. Now they make the CVO Road Glide ST or Road Glide CVO ST, but the heart of that bike is still a touring motorcycle, and you still can get out and put some miles on any bike that's in the touring line of Harley-Davidson, regardless if it's called an ST or not. You know, touring bikes are made for touring. Getting out getting out and riding these bikes, seeing stuff like this. Yes, it could be seen from a car. Yes, it could be seen from a convertible car, but there's nothing, absolutely nothing like seeing this on a motorcycle. Get out and ride your bike. This is about a Harley-Davidson Road Glide, sorry, Street Glide today, but whatever bike you have, get out and ride your motorcycle. Guys, I don't know where we're going next. We've been on the bikes from the last stop about 20 minutes, and it was a great ride. I just got locked in. I didn't even record. I should have recorded because it was really good. We was just, Paul James is leading the ride. I have riding the Ozarks to the left behind me. Joe Kunzais, the CEO of Harley-Davidson, behind him to the right. Robert Simmons, be the boss of your motorcycle, he's back there, and that's just the first four in this group, but Paul James is leading this ride. And this is a great ride. It's a good pace to enjoy the beauty and enjoy the motorcycle. You know what I mean? And this bike, I'm really happy with how this bike is performing and handling. Huge improvement from the current model Street Glide. And I think that anybody who buys this motorcycle will be happy with the motorcycle as a ground level to start with. Okay, let me take that back. They'll be more than happy with this motorcycle as a ground level to start with, or one just to keep without doing anything to it. But for those who are, when eventually the aftermarket and the Screaming Eagle starts bringing stuff out to customize these things and put a little bit more performance into it, it is going to be fantastic. So if you were worried about how's the new 117 handle, how's the new motorcycle handle, don't worry about that. It handles great. It is a step up. This is a standard, or not technically not a standard, just a Street Glide. This is a step up from last year's model. A nice step up. And this 117 is faster, in my opinion, than last year's 117. This bike is lighter than last year's bike. If you had a Road Glide ST last year with a 117 on it, this is faster. You're going to get better handling, better cooling, better technology with the gauges. Now they did change the neck. The steering neck is lighter, and it makes the bike feel lighter because it is lighter, but they haven't changed the frame. And if you're asking, will a new seat fit on this bike? The old seat, say if you had an old seat from your other previous model and you want to put it on this bike, an old seat won't fit on the new bike. Now, old saddlebags, if you're a guy who wants to stretch saddlebags, the saddlebags will fit. I'm sorry, I think they will look super goofy, but they'll fit. So if you're looking to have your stretch saddlebags, put them on a regular bike like this, then yeah, they'll fit. However, these saddlebags here, they have more room than your stretch saddlebags. So it's a win-win. More room, higher up off the ground, less chance to scrape them on the bottom.
That's my review on the 2024 Harley-Davidson Street Glide. Anything that popped up in my mind about the bike, I said it. So you got my honest, real opinion of this motorcycle. It's a great bike. You can leave it alone, do nothing to it. Or if you want to build on it, like I will, then it's a good platform to start with. Comment below, let me know what you think about this video. I really enjoyed making this video. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. Keep gliding, and as always, have a blessed day.